Two questions. Why, it leads into it. Why were you so loyal? At least you were portrayed this way in the movie, and I believe it to an extent. You're so loyal to protect these celebrities and sort of their identities and their secrets. I get that. You don't want to ruin families. You know a lot of stuff, but I don't know that they were necessarily asking for the gossip. I don't know. Seem to really, because, you know, you're friendly with them and you just respect them that way. I'm curious about that. And then secondly, second question is, you ever think about just doing it again, but just do it legally again like you did for the first 6 years? Why not?
Oh, no. So response to answer to question number one.
Yeah.
It's not that I have great relationships with them or that I just wanted to fall on my own sword. It's that when I looked at it, like, I made these choices. I was profiting greatly from these guys. And then I got in trouble for something that I knew had consequences. So when I looked at it, like, either step on everyone else because you made bad choices and get in trouble, or just face up to it, it was kind of a no-brainer, because at least that way you can be okay with your choices. The other way, you take so many people out, it's not courageous, and that's who you are. That's your life sentence. Whereas, what's the other way? Like a couple years in jail, you lose your money. That sucks, but at least there's an end point to that.
Right. Yeah. You still have your integrity.
Right, exactly.
Well, hold on. Why not do the game again? Because it was you were running it legally. I mean, why not? Say, hey, Molly's back.
Because then she doesn't want to do cocaine anymore.
Well, you don't have to do cocaine, but you know what I mean?
No shot. I am done. I am retired from that lifestyle. You know, it was cool. I learned a lot. It was very fun, but that's like something for your 20s. I'm tired.
Right,
yeah,
I get it.
All right, so I know you told me you didn't want to talk about the names of the celebrities. That's fine. I just want to ask you this. You can tell me what you want, but in the movie, Michael Cera portrays who I think is Tobey Maguire. From what you've talked about, Tobey Maguire was just a D-bag and just didn't treat anybody real well. But that's kind of the way, the reason the LA game ended, because he was pissed off at you because, I don't know if this was an embellishment, but he was kind of pissed off that you were paying more attention to some of the other celebs and not him. So he shut it down, and that's why ultimately you went to New York. But is that fair? Was that accurate? And was Tobey Maguire the guy that was acting that way?
Okay, so in the movie, Aaron made a composite character. The Michael Cera character is a composite character. It's all like a lot of the different stories I told him, he kind of figured into one character.
Okay.
I think there are elements of Tobey there, and I do write about Tobey in the book. Again, the names that I outed in the book were the names that were already in the public medium,
right,
you know, that had been exposed in connection to this game. But you guys know, you play poker. There's certain people, their poker personality is just brutal. You know, they get into a room and they're out for blood, and they're like, that's just who in that room, and it's sometimes really brutal. And that's how Tobey was. Like, he would look someone right dead in the eye and say, I swear on your life, I swear on my mother's life, I have you beat, talk him off that, and then show the bluff. It was blood sport for him, and you know, that's okay. That's his player personality. But he had a very large vested interest in this game. He got a lot of he got a lot of enjoyment from it, and he really wanted to control the game. And when I stopped serving his needs exclusively, and when I started sort of representing the needs of the game and stopped giving him special treatment, that's when it started to go south with us. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't like he wanted me to pay attention to him. He wanted me to represent his needs above everyone else's in terms of how the game was to go. And I just, you can't do that.
Did you ever say in the book, like, who by far was the biggest fish of the celebs? Like, just by far.
Here's the thing about celebs. Even if they aren't great players, people will still fold to them. People, like, so it's almost like by default, they can't be a fish because, I mean, you should see the way people played with A-Rod. Like, guys would fold the nuts, like, just because they wanted to be his friend. It's the weirdest thing. So there wasn't a celeb that stuck out that was such a fish. The biggest fish turned out to be not the biggest fish. It's that guy, Brad
Marion,
came, and who was just losing all this money. And I'm like, dude, I don't think that you should play poker anymore. And it was because he was splashing money at the table, but raising money for his Ponzi scheme. And everyone was investing with him. So, it's been an education, and things aren't what they seem.